You know that moment, the door slammed in your face, the eye rolls that could take you to the moon and back, the scrolling, the endless scrolling that could break a world record, and you think, here we go again? But what if I told you that's not attitude? What if I told you it's a message? I'm Rach Friedley, and in today's episode of The Teen Whisperer, we're ripping up the old parenting script, because that's what I'm known for, and decoding what's really going on in her brain, her heart, and her body, so you can help her define success on her terms, not the world's. And this is massive. So yeah, welcome back. Welcome back to The Teen Whisperer, the podcast for mums of girls who can go from I'm fine to full-scale meltdown in the time it takes to open your mouth. I'm Rach Friedley, as I've already said, and I help mums or girls who are labelled too much, too sensitive, or just plain dramatic to stop firefighting the behaviour and start understanding what's really going on underneath it all. Because that slam door, that scrolling, that could break that world record, the I don't care shrug, they're not attitude problems. They're messages from a nervous system that's just hit the panic button and gone, woo, woo, woo. And I get it. 100% I am with you. I am not speaking from theory. I am not speaking from a book, and I'm not speaking from research. I am speaking from the other side of my daughter's keep out sign on a bedroom door, wondering if she's ever going to come out for dinner, breakfast, lunch, whatever really. And this week we're continuing this month's theme, the identity shift. And today we're talking about something that messes with our girls' heads over and over and over. Do you want me to repeat it again? Over again. Defining success for themselves. Because if she's only measuring herself by other people's eternal tick boxes that drive me nuts, the grades, the trophies, the likes, the you've made us proud moments, she'll will never feel like she's enough as she is. And that pressure, it can steal her joy before she's even started anything, which may lead to procrastination and faffing. So it's August, like to state the obvious. And in the UK, this means result season. Scotland's just had theirs last week, England, Wales, and I believe Northern Ireland are next. Ireland, haven't a clue. And whether it's exam results, a driving test, a sports trial, or a big audition, the same thing happens. Her nervous system flips its lid. Now why, you're going to ask? Well, I'm so glad you've asked. So here's the science in plain English. She's waiting for the result. Her brain says, "Woo, we might be in danger." And with that, it slammed the big red survival button. So that alarm is going off, that woo, 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 woo. I'm scared, can't do anything, don't want to do anything. It's too bad, I have to hide. That cortisol floods in. Her heart races, her breathing goes shallow. She breathes from the tops of her lungs, meaning that panic attacks and anxiety are well and truly up there. Her muscles tense, her posture changes. You can see with her head hanging down, looking over a screen. You know the one. The part of her brain that handles logic and perspective, the prefrontal cortex, it goes offline, even though it's only partly online in the first place. But it's completely offline. And here's where mums can miss it. We see the door slam. We feel the anger in our bodies. We hear the sarcasm. Oh my God, the sarcasm. The shutdown. The I don't care. And how do we feel? We feel absolutely worthless. We feel useless as parents. We feel like we haven't done our job. And we label it, we label it as a behaviour. We label it as a symptom. Laziness, attitude, drama, too muchness, too sensitive. But that's not what's going on. That's what we're told is going on, and it's not. So I just want you to think back to when she was a baby. She didn't have words. But you still knew when she was tired, when she was hungry, or just needed to be held. Now she's a teenager. Yep, she has those words, lots of them, and some lovely sweary ones in there as well. But in moments like this, she cannot access them. Her brain is too busy trying to keep her safe and is in full-on survival mode. So that alarm system is going off 24/7. She cannot think. She cannot use logic. She cannot put things into perspective. She cannot communicate how she is feeling, and definitely not with the word emotions, in inverted commas. So her behaviour is the message. She's telling you she doesn't feel safe right now and she needs help to reset. Believe it or not, that is what she's actually saying. It's not defiance. It's not a lack of care. It's her body saying, please meet me here because I can't do it. And that's okay. So over 70%, yes, you heard that correctly, 70% of teenagers say exam pressure and results impact their mental health. Add in there driving tests, sports trials, auditions. It's a pressure cooker waiting to explode. And here's the kicker. If a definition of success is based on other people's approval, two things happen. Number one, she stops taking those risks because failing would prove to others she's not good enough and herself. Number two, she never gets to feel the pride that comes from chasing her own goals, ones that she has set for herself. So teens who set their own measures of success have a 30% higher life satisfaction. That's the difference between living for applause and likes and living from self-belief. The belief that she can do this stuff. The belief that she can go wherever she wants to. The belief that she can do whatever she needs to do. So I'm just going to tell you a little story. So my daughter had her first driving test 2 weeks ago. And unfortunately, she didn't pass. She had two small minors, and she had one small mistake after a major. And yeah, she was gutted. There's no getting away from it. She absolutely hung everything on that because she said that she was going to look for a job afterwards. She was going to decide what she was going to do. And all these things came from that driving test. All those things came from that result. Now, because she didn't get it, she went into meltdown. She went into tears. And that's okay. She was processing those feelings out of her body. But here's the gold dust. She knows exactly what to expect next time. She knows where the test centre is. She knows how long it takes to get there. She knows where to park. She knows what the building is like. She knows who the examiners are. She knows how it feels to sit in that test centre before the test starts. She knows how it feels to sit in a car with somebody you don't know. What the test involves. She knows the test routes, courtesy of her driving instructor. That is resilience in action. So yes, she didn't pass in the grand scheme of things. But as her examiner said, she passed in theory, but not on paper. But it's still success, even without that result. So what can you do as mums? What can we do when our daughter's aspiring? Do you know what? I'm so glad you asked. Number one, hold space. Let her feel what she feels without rushing in to fix it, because then it becomes about you, not her. And then she doesn't feel seen, heard or valued. Number two, separate her worth from the outcome. Her value is not up for debate. Yes, she didn't get it right now, but that's okay. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with her. And number three, reset the body first. Logic only comes back online when her nervous system calms down. So movement is a great tool in this instance. It burns off stress hormones and resets the brain instantly. So go for a walk, a dance in the kitchen, a cycle, a swim if you can. A short to batter routine is absolutely brilliant. That's 4 minutes of exercises, including the breaks. Allows her to shift the feelings from her body, allows her to process it. And if movement doesn't work, so I was in the boot of the car with my daughter, movement's not going to work in there. but breathwork did. So I gave her a massive hug and I waited for her until she was ready to pull away before I moved back. So that a simple hug helps to regulate her heart rate with yours. Takes her out of fight or flight straight into calm, and it's as long as she needs it. Another one, nutrition. Have a snack with you. So we took food with us, which meant that her blood sugar was able to be balanced and balanced her mood. And then have a rest. So I drove home. She rested in the car. Yes, we were still talking, but she also had that downtime just for her to connect into how she was feeling. And motivation. Remind her of what matters beyond this moment. Even one tool can make her body feel safe enough to think again. And that is magic. That is the gold dust. So this week, when the outcome isn't what she wanted, skip the pep talk. Pause, breathe and connect to how you are feeling and then sit beside her. Listen with curiosity, not answers. And if she doesn't say anything, that's okay. You do not have to fill the gap. Then help her move the stress through her body before you talk about next steps, before you talk together about what's happening next. Because when she defines success on her terms, she builds confidence that no grade, no test, no judge can take away. So if this episode hit home, please share it with another mum who needs to hear it. The more of us who get this, the better our girls' chances are of growing into women who know they are enough as they are. And if you want more tools just like these, grab my free guide. The link is in the show notes. Next week, we're talking fear of failure, procrastination, and how to break that cycle before it breaks your daughter's confidence. Because here's the truth, she's not too much. She's trying to tell you something through the mood swings, the shutdowns, the meltdowns. This is her nervous system, not bad behaviour. This is communication, not chaos. We're done medicating the magic out of our daughters. We're done pretending these responses are not normal. They are. It's just our environment that's unnatural. She doesn't need fixing. She needs to feel safe. And so do you. So yeah, have a wonderful week and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.